Having just completed our compilation of the 2019 video, this is a strangely familiar scene to open with, but here we are. And as last year, the kayak sitting here as I put it a year ago, all this gear sitting here as I said it a year ago. Boots are out of place because these are kind of dry rotted. I actually got a new pair. As soon as I try them on and prove them good, then these go out and we'll start fresh on footwear. So as last year again, really hectic year. It has been rough to even think about IMRAW this year. 2020, COVID, working from home more hours than I was working from the office. Just everything's just piled up and made it really hard to focus on this, but I'm focused now. It's the Saturday before I leave for Texas. Today's September 12th, I think. So I'll head to College Station Friday after work. Get there probably Saturday sometime, enjoy the week with the parents, and then we'll have our IMRAW time after that, of course, starting on September 30 through October 4. So, about to start pushing this up to the garage. I've only got a window of time here before the rain starts, so I got up early on a Saturday morning to get this done so that I can, because I have to go outside to get it up to the garage, stage it in the garage, and then I can spread it out a little bit more than the mess that you see here in crowded conditions. Go through everything. I've already printed my checklist. I've printed my to-do list, ready to start physically checking off those pieces of paper as things come together, and look forward to getting out of the hometown here and off to the original hometown so that I can enjoy some time away. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Hope everything's going well. IMRAW 2020. All right, Saturday evening. Got everything up in the garage, I think. There's a lot of stuff in the garage at any rate. Getting really excited. It feels real now that I got the stuff gathered all in one place. I can see it. I remember it all. It's going to be great. Looking forward to being there. IMRAW 2020. Hitting Food City for a few necessary supplies, including the local beer. I'm getting some looks because there's this much food and this much beer. I don't see a problem.
That's right, you're not from Texas. That's right, you're not from Texas. That's right, you're not from Texas. But Texas wants you anyway. That's right, you're not from Texas.
All right, everything is put in the back of the truck, the front of the truck, the top of the truck. I'm not dragging anything under the truck, maybe next year. It all fits. Mostly. All right, it's 10:45, not too bad for the night before, IMRAW Eve, Departure Eve. So, I'm gonna go to finish that report for work. I'm gonna power down my computer and unplug it and call it a week. Call it a summer. Heading to IMRAW in the morning. I am pumped. See you guys there. All right, it is, what is it? It's Friday morning, September 18, 9:35 a.m. And I am in the truck. It is turned on and running, fully loaded, everything's locked. Garage door's down. Work is done. I confirmed that my last messages were received by the people that needed to get them. I'm walking away from that and not thinking about it again until October 6th, maybe the 7th. I'll be back at work on the 6th. I just might not be thinking about it. Clear skies, beautiful day, nice and cool here in Kingsport. I'm not sure how hot it's going to be when we get to the other end. Haven't made it so far as to look for that yet. It's been just a rush. I'm starting to sound like a broken record. Every year it just gets worse, but honestly, it seems like it does. So I'm driving down my street, heading out of Kingsport. ETA tonight, the first stop is like 5 p.m. or so. At least that's what's planned. If I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 5 p.m., I might just keep going and just take my chances for what I can find on the way. I wish I could do this all in one shot. That would just be easier, but I don't trust myself to be safe after dark, after a full day of driving. fishing this year so far. It looks like all the reports coming in right now are really exciting. Tons of bull reds, people catching limits left and right. The local Bolivar Facebook pages, which turns out there's a ton of them. Rick's got a couple, I've got a couple, and they've all just got people catching all sorts of fish. It's enough to get you a little bit excited about going fishing. Don't know what we're going to find at Burl's house. Dad says the tank is just way down. May or may not see any fish there. I'm thinking if that tank's about to run dry, I'm going to throw a cast net in it and see what kind of bass I get. I'd rather eat them than let the buzzards feast on them after they die. So, all right. I'll look for something else to ramble about until I get to the highway, because that's when things just go on autopilot. Got a note from Jay that I didn't see until just this morning. He sent it on Monday, it said, but it didn't show up in my inbox until this morning, so I'm glad I checked. I had suggested I wasn't going to bring the Sawzall tool, and the reason I suggested that was because I used it last year and just absolutely embarrassed myself destroying a redfish, slicing them in half and like from each side. That was not pretty. And I know the results that Rick and Jay can get with a fillet knife, with an old school knife, is so much better. So I was not even going to plan to bring it, but Jay protested. He said, actually, when we catch that limit, ooh, that's a jinx. If we catch that limit of redfish, sure would be nice to have that. So I brought it. Happy to. We'll see if maybe Jay or Rick will have better luck wielding it than I did. I just made a hot mess of it last year. Although the year before that, I thought it went all right. Anyway, now I'm rambling about Sawzall. Nobody cares. This may all end up on the cutting room floor. I-26 is the next turn. If that angry woman would stop, that would be good. All right. I am officially on the road. Day of driving. Another day of driving tomorrow. College Station tomorrow night. Fishing with Dad at Burl's as soon as possible, one way or the other. And IMRAW in a week and a half. Hope you guys are having good luck packing, or prepping, and then packing. We'll see you on the other end. IMRAW2020! Making good time. It's Friday evening. I got to my stopping point. Still had a lot of juice left, so I went another hour to Vicksburg. I still got a lot of juice left, so I'm gonna go another hour to Monroe, crossing the Mississippi River. Awesome! That's a lot of water. Well, I'm not kayaking on that though. The ongoing, apparently decade-long construction on Highway 21. Oh, traffic signal. In the middle of a cow field. Part of the IMRAW experience for me. But it's 7:15 in the morning. I spent part of the night at a rest stop in the middle of Mississippi. No, Louisiana. I went further. I kept driving another 150 miles past where I planned. So only had like 5 hours to drive today. It was going to be kind of nice. Also, I woke up at 3 in the morning and knew I wasn't going to get back to sleep. So I just got up and started driving. And one gas stop, and that should be good to get all the way to College Station here in another hour or so. Oh, really? Oh. Of course. All right. Well, I'm glad you got to enjoy that with me. IMRAW2020. Must be in Texas.
Texas wants you that's right. You're not from Texas. Whoa, no. Oh, Texas wants you anywhere. That's right. You're not from Texas. That's right. You're not from Texas. That's right. You're not from Texas. Texas wants you anyway. Texas wants you anyway.
6:30 a.m. Dad and I heading to the Burl's bounty pond, hoping it's not dry. I got the video going here.
Oh, okay.
pick up some footage while we still have hope.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't see anything. Yeah, the word is that Burl's Pond is just all but dry, so we're going to see. He said that last time, and there was still water in it. Obviously, it was lower, and expect that it will also be lower this time, but we're hopeful that there'll be enough water to still hold some bass and crappie.
And they're crowded and hungry.
Yeah, if they're starving and we just pick them out like fish in a barrel, I won't complain.
Okay.
We're actually kind of a mind at this point that if they're biting, we're just going to do our best meat haul that we can.
Yep.
Maybe even stick around a little bit longer just to get out what we can before it really does dry out. All the while, this beta storm is coming in, which is why we're rushing out on. I just got into College Station yesterday, and we're heading out today in anticipation that the rest of the week is going to be all rain. So hopefully it's not so much rain that it damages our fishing grounds for IMRAW, but oops. But did that wrong. But we probably wouldn't complain about getting some rain in College Station either. So.
No, we need it bad.
So the irony of this will be if we totally clean out Burl's Pond of all the bass that are there, and then the rain fills it back up.
Right.
We'll just have to restock.
Leave enough for breeding stock, yeah.
And got a shout out to Burl because he got a call from Dad that we were planning to fish today, and he made a special trip out to the place just to mow the grounds for us. So that was really a very kind thing to do and very helpful. Make it a lot nicer to navigate around the dam because I circle the whole pond usually trying to find where the fish are. So we'll hopefully have some bass pictures to share in the next scene. IMRAW, pre-raw. What was it, Rick? What was it? Pre-IMRAW crappie-thon. It used to be the thing. Prick. We had some others. I can't remember those. I remember that one.
Is this a song? I don't go for fancy cars. No. For diamond rings and I go for penguins. Oh Lord, I go for penguins. Throw your money out the door. Just sit around and watch it snow. Let it snow, let it snow. I go for penguins. Oh Lord, I go for penguins. 'Cause penguins are so sensitive. Penguins are so sensitive. Penguins are so sensitive to my needs. Yeah.
Here we are in the IMRAW test kitchens. Not really testing anything because we're making the same thing. That disappeared. Making the same things we make every year. There's brownies going in there. There's coffee cake going here. Including the filling Mom's putting together for us. Dad did sausage somewhere. Who's Dad? Got the sausage cooked up, the links, and then we'll have also green dip in the works and breakfast casserole in the works. So all the usual stuff. Fun to cook, fun to eat. That's good. We're gonna do a quick sausage inspection. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you for cooking that. Thanks to Mom for letting me invade her kitchen. Always incredibly helpful. So
Our pleasure.
I'm Raw. Gonna eat well. 2020. See you there. All right. What was that?
Hope you guys have a great week of fishing and more importantly, have a whole lot of fun.
Right.
I think we'll do both.
Great.
To be optimistic.
Yeah.
Wrapping up the week in College Station. It's, gosh, 70 degrees out here.
Yeah.
Beautiful blue skies. I understand I'm heading into high winds at
actually in the
Gilchrist.
60s.
I think it was 64.
Oh, well, I've been working.
Yeah. For
Okay,
you,
it feels like wind chill is, work chill is 75. All right. Well, we had a great week. We did the usual. We did okay at Burl's. We had a panfish feast. That was all right. Lots of crappie. A couple of household chores, changing lights. What else we do? Cooked a lot.
Learn about the Roomba.
Yeah, we
That's a
their
big-
new house pet Spot, a Roomba model, whatever it is. I don't remember. So that's a spectator sport for a little while until they get
Right.
tired of watching the Roomba go. And we used Rick's thermometer that he gave you
Yeah.
with the dual probes.
Well, yeah.
And the grill probe turned out to be probably more important than the internal meat probe.
Right.
Realizing that your thermometer on your new smoker is not
No.
quite precise.
Right.
Or it's precise, it's just miscalibrated
Right.
by a significant amount. So that turned out a fantastic smoked pork butt. And bringing a little bit along, maybe Rick will get to taste it if he's not late. He
Yeah.
might eat it all. All right.
Hope so.
Well, all right, we're heading out here. It's 8:45, a deliberately leisurely departure to get to the house when it becomes available at 1 or 2. But if I breathe down their neck at noon, maybe I'll get in early. So we'll see. All right, see you guys there. IMRAW2020. Here's a video of Mom videoing me as I leave. All right, heading out of College Station, 8:48. See you guys.
See ya.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right, always hard to leave. The week just goes by so fast. All right, coastal bound, following a front. It's going to be windy as all get out today, I'm afraid. So says the forecast, so says experience. But worst case, I'll sit on the dock and drink a few beers and catch maybe some reds, maybe a flounder, maybe some panfish, maybe some bait. I may end up just spending a lot of time catching bait today. I don't know. Just this gate. All right, leaving the subdivision, realizing there's something squeaky behind me in the pack and not caring enough to stop and shift it. Maybe it'll shift itself out of squeakiness. So I won't go insane before I get there. I have no idea if I got everything. I think I got everything. I tried to keep everything gathered so that it was an easy extraction. And it was pretty easy. Got most of it loaded last night. Got the boat on yesterday morning. And just had some final gathering of various luggage and stuff this morning. So that was pretty good. And food packing. So I'm just loaded to the hilt. I hope this resolves itself when I've got to go back to Kingsport. Just, you probably see in the back from the camera right there, it goes just almost to the ceiling. I barely got a peeky hole right through the middle. I was able to leave a channel to see through the rear view at the traffic behind me. So it's 2020 IMRAW. We are hopefully have dodged a bullet as far as the impact on our fishing goes from Storm Beta, having already dodged bullets on a couple of other storms that hit Louisiana harder than they did Texas. But Beta came in around Corpus, came in slow, couldn't decide which direction it was going, wound up strafing the coastline. No significant winds, though. I think it was tropical depression before it hit Winnie area, and was a little bit inland from the peninsula, so I think we were spared. I think the winds were only in the 30-mile-per-hour range by the time it went through there. So no storm damage, no significant flooding, at least not compared to earlier storms in the area, but a lot of surge. So we don't know what the impact's going to be on the bay from the freshwater runoff. I don't know what the impact's going to be, for instance, on small things like, will the mud minnows even be in my signature bar ditch near Stingery for the minnow trap, or were they washed away? Did they get confused and lost if they found the way back by now? I don't know how it works. We're going to find out. I've got 3 minnow traps now. I'll definitely be dropping a minnow trap in the bar ditches and throwing for mullet, probably sooner than later. Jay's going to stop, he said, at Sea Pony on the way in and get some frozen bait there. I might do the same. I'm not a huge fan of Miss Nancy's, and I don't know if I want to go all the way down and try to get some shrimp in Crystal Beach. I didn't text the guy I meant to, found a guy on Facebook who's got DJ's bait down in Crystal Beach. What's it called? Close to Stingery, I guess, who supposedly has live shrimp. So we'll see if that's the case. We'll do that some point this week. I think everybody is very interested in doing some drift fishing. I think live shrimp would be a fantastic thing to be drifting with. Going out onto Harvey Road. So there's a plan. I don't know if it's a great plan. We're gonna tweak it as we go, as is always the case. We find what we find when we get there. We adjust. We are flexible yet disciplined in our enthusiasm for catching some fish. No doubt we'll be having a fish fry here before too long. I hope to be sending you guys some photographs of at least a keeper redfish from the pier, if nothing else, and progressing from there. I think if it's windy today, I'll probably take it easy, stay on the pier, first choice probably, unless it's miserably windy. I might retreat to do surf fishing, but probably not getting the boat out if it's high wind. And it's like 20-25 mile an hour gusts here in College Station. And then maybe tomorrow morning I'll get up early, get the boat out, and do some bay fishing in the rollover bay on Tuesday. All right, I'm on the access road, just about to hit the east bypass. Regardless, it's Highway 6. It runs a good part of the way before we get to the Houston space, turning off onto I-10, hitting Winnie, gassing up if I remember, turning south, hitting the coast. I am pumped. We'll see you guys in a couple of days. You'll be there on Wednesday. It's Monday morning. IMRAW2020 underway. See you guys soon.
Well, I went to church last Sunday so I could sing and pray. But something quite unusual happened on that day. The church, it started right on time, just like it does without a doubt. And everything was all just fine. So he came down and let us out. You know, the preacher, he kept preaching. He told us, I have one more thing to say. Children, before you think of leaving, you better think about the judgment day. And now everyone got nervous.
30 minutes in the bar ditch. So lots of those little tiny, short, fat things that ended up catching trout last year. So I'm keeping everything. Not bad though. Good number of mud minnows, some pretty big. I don't know if it's visible from this distance, but about halfway between us and that outer island is a school of pelicans, or a flock of pelicans, just going in a frenzy. I am sitting on the east and north corner of what used to be Rollover Pass. So those birds are pretty much right on the old channel. And they just they'll go up 2 feet in the air and slam back down head first, over and over again. There's a couple of dozen of them at least. Kind of wishing I could get out there. And they've been at it for several minutes that I've noticed. If they get closer, I'll get a rod out and start casting. At this point, I'm still waiting on word from new commander that the house is cleaned up and ready for us to check in, but I drove by there and that housekeeper's Jeep was still in the driveway, so I didn't see any point in getting underfoot.
You all better pay attention. I might decide to preach all day. Everyone was getting so hungry that the old one started feeling ill and the weak one started passing on. The young ones,
Tuesday morning, yesterday was just wind misery. This morning, there's still a stiff wind coming from the north, enough to put some whitecaps on the bay, so I came over here to surf fish. But I ended up putting a couple of rods out. I got crab for bait. We did pretty well with the crab traps. Big ones too. But I think I'm gonna leave these soaking just long enough for me to get my BTB rig out. I mean, look at this. I'm feeling lazy, but geez, how do you pass that up? The water is so shallow. I don't remember it being such a shallow descent into the surf here. There's a single gut right up close, it's only knee deep, and you can see where the breakers are. That's a wide sandbar that's close. After that, you can walk 20 or 30 yards out and not even be hip deep. So I don't know what that says about yakking out and how far I'd have to go to get into 10 foot of water, but I don't know. I might be finding out here in a little bit. Or I might be lazy. I don't know. If I got a fish or two right here, I think I'd probably good, but that's not happening either. So, you know, don't see any bait in the water. That's not great. So, we'll see. All right, BTB, close to Commanders. Just caught this one, hadn't measured him yet. Get some footage until some bad. Caught him on crab. It took an hour to get a bite, but when he hit, there was no question. First bull red of IMRAW2020 is 38 inches. Caught this far away from the beach. Pretty close. See if we can get the release. Mwah. He's got an ugly spot on his gill plate. All right. Whew. He's ready to go back. Still kicking strong. IMRAW2020. So dude out in the middle of the rollover bay in what looks like a canoe, but with rowboat paddles. That's got to be a chore. Look at those white caps. Oh, he's moving now. The wind in his favor. I hope that's where home is.
If I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. I said, me up on my pony on my boat. Now if I were Roy Rogers, I'd sure enough be...
It's Monday night. Oops. I've done some packing. Got a few essentials in here. Truck box and kayak racks. A little close together for my liking, but I think it'll probably work actually. And back of truck. But that's not all. 1960 King Commander is getting packed up as well. We got new tires put on today. Put on a stainless prop after last year's oyster mangle a little bit. We're gonna keep the old aluminum prop up there in the nose for a spare, I guess. And a GoPro mount. See what that's like. That's all for now. Doubtful I'm gonna get out tomorrow night. Just got a real bad vibe, if you know what I mean.
4:15 on Saturday morning. No, Wednesday morning. 4:15 a.m. Departing San Antonio with the kayak and everything strapped on top. Think I've got everything. It's pretty early, and I've never put this yak on top of this wreck, and I've never used the rack even yet, so we're hoping it holds. So far so good. Plan to stop for McDonald's breakfast somewhere. Signing out. 7:17, making it through downtown Houston. Rush hour traffic is not what it used to be. Party Boy, my annual shot of Party Boy, and where I used to go in, where I lived, which is now shopping centers. But there she is, with sunrise imminent in the Bayou City. Making really good time for IMRAW2020.
Live.
All right, we've got like maybe 10-mile-an-hour winds at Flat Bay.
Maybe.
Wonderful temperatures on September 30th, Wednesday. The gang is all here at about 10:30 a.m. We had a snack and we're about ready to toast and bring IMRAW to a new beginning. 2020 IMRAW may commence.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Ah, Modellerific.
Yeah.
It's been slow so far, and my pre-raw days have not produced any meat, but I'm confident that the blowing of pan will turn the tide.
Yeah, we're gonna get out there.
I think it will.
Of course, my coming came with right on the tails of the front. High winds, it was gross. Couldn't get out. Caught one bull red in the surf, 38 inches. Caught a runt trout and a runt black drum and stingery last night, and that's been it.
Caught anything from the pier at all?
Had one monster spike that broke off my 20-pound braid with its initial plunge.
We done.
Never pulled any drag. I don't know if he caught off on an oyster shell or it was still really windy, so maybe the wind had wrapped it around the rod tip. I don't know.
That is a lot of water, guys.
Yeah. I'd like to find some water movement.
But it's inviting. All right. And out.
Will it just be me and Trigger? We go riding through them woods. They wait by a boat and on the seaweed sail. And if I had...
All right, we're into the reds a little bit, catching them on crab. Rick caught one on mullet head. This one was 39 inches. This one goes 40 inches. He's pretty big. Like gut. Back he goes. I don't think I got that.
She was old enough to know better, and she was strong enough to be true, and she was hard enough to know.
Yeah, twice as much meat, huh?
All right, Rick's pulling out the haul for the day. What is it? Friday?
Yeah, it's Friday. October 2nd.
Nice. So you got a couple of reds. I got a couple of. Who got the other? I had two of those specs. Who got the other one?
Me.
All right.
Big fatty. Sort of.
Well, a couple inches over limits. Fatty this week.
Yeah.
Very nice. Some meat on the table. I felt bad all afternoon, in the evening about throwing back that 29, which should have been a tagger. So I wasn't sleepy, so I came back out to fix my gear for fishing in the morning and realized how pretty it was, and I saw shrimp jumping out there and fish busting it, and anyway, wound up with this 27-incher. So I feel like I made up for my bad decision earlier. I'm gonna put on a stringer till the morning. Tiny bait, tiny flounder.
Can't resist it when it happens to you. Oh, you can't resist it when it happens to you. And you can tell your story and you can swear it's true, but you can save your life for some other fool. Can't resist it.
Got it.
Okay.
You see all the jellyfish? Damn. These are man o' wars too. Holy cow. There he is. Look at Rick. I got another one on. Maybe. Rick's got something. You all got one? fighting another one. You got one on? How many you caught, Rick? Same here. Mullet? Double. 2. Fat bull reds. I think we missed the fight, though.
Oh no. Nothing. Catfish. Oh, it's a redfish. Oh, it's a big one. Woo! Holy shit! Ugh. $36. Yeah, whoo, 36. Nice. Oh yeah. Mullet head. Oh wow, he's a big one. Ah! $39 and a half. Oh man. Woo! 38. Nice.
Honey, bring me the paper, pour me a beer, and turn on the TV, sweep over here. You can tell.
Day 3.
Day 3, is it? On the way back to Stingery, buy another quarter shrimp. Bought a quarter shrimp yesterday. Chased birds, floated around. Went to Hannah's Reef.
GoPro it.
Yeah, well, it's already filming here.
Oh, okay.
We were waiting for you to narrate. You didn't say anything, so I kicked in. All right, this is not going to get edited out.
All right. Cracked a whole bunch of crabs.
That's one thing we have caught this week. Plenty of crabs. I bet 2 dozen at least. And some of them 5-6 inches wide. Big ones. Well, they have to be 5. All of them 5, as far as you know.
All right.
But some of them as big as 6. And every one of them gets split and quartered. Turned into bait so far.
We've caught a bunch of trout, just not that many legal ones.
Yep.
We've chased birds in East Bay.
With more success than we've ever had at that. So
Right. Yep.
it's just that we can't stay on top of the bird action. They move so fast.
Mm-hmm.
So you get like 2, maybe 3 casts, and then it's time to catch up to the birds.
All right.
Still fun though.
Yeah. Make it the best of it.
So is that what we're doing again today? Do we have a destination like Hannah's Reef was yesterday?
I think for wind protection, at least early on, we're going to fish Yates and Big Pasture,
That's right.
the mouths where it's the tide should start flowing out about by the time we get launched. Maybe it'll actually be moving by we get over there.
Right.
And the wind is supposed to just lay slowly all day and be calm again. So
Right.
we got the option to go chase birds once it calms down.
Perfect. About sundown though, the birds just disappear.
Right. Yeah.
That last hour of daylight is nothing.
Yeah.
Plenty of mud minnows. I've been running 3 traps at a time. Catch hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 190 of them are those little tiger perch things that we've decided to trash.
Yep, nothing likes those.
And I never did get that bin to do our culling in.
We'll have to figure that out.
Hopefully that's the one thing we forgot after our 2 hours of preparation this
Did
morning.
that in my boat shoes and all the
Wow.
rods, gas tank. I think we're good. Okay, we'll sign off. We'll see
All
y'all
right.
in the water.
How many catfish did you catch?
One.
I got 2.
That means I win. No way I didn't catch 2. I caught a big one in the bank. But I didn't get stuck. That's worse.
Tide's coming back in.
It looks fishy. There's tons of bait out there. Those big marshmallows.
All sorts of them, yeah.
All over the flats.
Yeah,
Left and right. I mean, right next to the boat.
yeah.
Got around long enough, I want to come in. This curve with blue polyethylene tape on the one next to oyster shell.
Blue?
Yeah, it's the same color as my boat. What a coincidence. On the way out of town, I'd like to go with the neighbor's dog. Incessant barker.
It's quite a buggy right there.
Yeah, that works
That's
real
quite
well.
a buggy right there. Put Granny up on the second level.
Put that on the trailer hitch, was riding that thing down a Stingery. Yeah, those are big.
I cut the fryers.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
For a day we thought, what do we do?
Yeah, weather's perfect. Let's. Here. So we got here a 15-inch trout, 27.
227s, I think.
Okay. One from last night, right?
Yeah.
And then which 3 did you catch?
These 3.
Can add this one in sometime today also.
Yeah. I caught these 2. And you got that one.
No, they're lined up.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You need to block the sun on that one just to make it even.
It's pretty obvious what's going on there. Y'all squat by him. Take a squat. Hold them up. Hold up the big ones.
Get these 4-spotter up here.
Ouch.
And a 1, 2, 3. All right, I think we got it.
Setting minnow traps to catch mud minnows.
That is shallow.
Very shallow.
Oops, sorry.
Minnow trap set. Now we'll go look for live mullet for casting. Cast net for live finger mullet
in this little borrow ditch right here.
He grabs some of the bottom here, and what do you do with that? He like just grabbed a and put that in his hand? I don't know. I'm not going to coach you because I didn't do it right.
That looks like a mess, Jay.
Kind of does. Got dead redfish down here.
That's what I thought that might be.
Two. Oh, it's clean. Somebody threw it there.
Yep.
Yeah, you're liable to catch 800 shad in one throw.
That'd be all right.
I wouldn't put them in with a shrimp though. Took all the air out.
They start dying. Is there anything in there? No, those are weights I'm seeing.
Nothing. One shrimp.
Teeny. Jay got a bunch.
Shad.
Ah.
Yeah. That's what wow. Wow. That guy's sailing through here.
Impressed.
Where's he going?
He must know where he's going. Or is he putting it on that lift over there?
Wow. Is that water warm?
Looks like a tub needs water.
It was set to 36 and it feels like not cold, so I pushed it to 40, which seems to be the max.
Okay.
Beautiful sunset on a flat rollover bay. Maybe. Yeah, he's just over 20. Is that what you were doing? I saw some birds way off. Huh. Boy, does that feel good to be on the board. Yeah.
Oh, he got off.
It's a short run to get more mud minnows over there at the house. Oh, good Lord. Upper slot, maybe a bull. Gee. Oh yeah, it's a slot. Golden, golden. About to put a crab on a bottom rig and I caught him. $21 and a half. Frying of the chips. Look at that goodness.
Oh, so good.
So we got almost done ones. We have on deck sliced corn tortillas and a package of whole corn tortillas, and they're timed perfectly. To how many minutes?
2.5 at 375.
2.5 minutes at 375, and a Fry Daddy gets you that. You drain them,
I want to break out number 2.
then you drain them again on the pan,
I think that's going to come into play here.
and then you put that? Is that what you put on them? It's crab boil, crawfish boil.
That's what's going on
That goes on them.
this year. It's the first.
Pre-made green sauce dip. It's basically a sour cream based dip. It's got HEB, that green sauce, and sour cream, and something else.
Hidden Valley mix.
And a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch mix. That makes it extra good. There we go.
You guys try those. If they suck, I'll do different seasoning next time.
And they're really good hot. That's quite a hot one.
It's bacon.
Lots of spices on that guy right
Bacon?
there.
Oh, that
Look
was
at that.
bacon was for the other batch of peas.
This is from the first night.
So I'm
This is
gonna
trout,
taste that.
right?
Uh-huh.
This is last night.
Whoa.
All this is already too much to eat.
Exactly.
One sitting. So we need to bag all that. Bang and tag.
Yeah. All right. We'll provide an update later.
I like this.
Quick update. Another batch of chips. It's always fun to get a puffy one. Still hot and greasy. And there is the dip that's got residual spices on top. Oh yeah, here it comes. Get on top of it and show the deliciousness.
Jason
get
starts
that
with black and red. Black and red fish. It is indeed blackening.
And we're drinking Northeast IPA.
Compliments of Rick.
I took a huge look of it and I'm about dying.
There's redfish. You have to be cooked. And there's a big ass plate of butter because it's blackened redfish. Jeez, try me. Oh, Lord.
Put cornmeal on the rest of those. Let's just try it.
Oh, the fire alarm's starting to go off again. It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
No, it's right.
Don't get that window. It'll kill you.
Okay, I'm leaving now.
Need another pat of butter in
Need more
there?
butter or anything? Oh, you can dribble from that after you
We
get,
get plenty of butter.
get the sauce in.
You guys okay?
No.
Woo!
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Learning all the lights here.
I'll forget by next year.
Welcome to the 2020 IMRAW Awards ceremony. This marks the conclusion of the 2020 IMRAW event. Closure noted by the blowing of pan.
Huzzah!
Whoa.
Band is
Huzzah! May IMRAW 2020 come to a close.
Another chapter closed. Wait, I think I have a bite.
Alright.
So decisive.
So the first award will be the most inches of game fish award. And wasn't that close? We got a bunch of keeper reds finally today. But there is an accumulation effect over the last few days, and with 120 inches,
Respectable.
is, Ken,
Really?
yeah,
Shit! I had no idea. I mean, wow.
hurrah! Those 27-inch reds added up.
Oh, I wondered about
Didn't
that. All right, thank you, thank you.
Yep.
All right,
You got it.
thank you,
All
thank you,
right.
thank you, thank you.
Yep.
Cool. I had another year. I pulled that stunt last year and everybody was game.
The second award will be the namesake award, the IMRAW Bull Red Trophy. And inching me out, or I should say half inching me out, was a 40-inch Bull Red beating my 39.5-inch Bull Red. And we must note that it was an excellent Bull Red run, going beyond the breakers, kayaking out BTB. Jay had 5, I
Yeah.
had 5, Ken had
I'm here
2.
too.
But one of them was the important one, winning the award for the 40-inch Bull Red fish.
Yes!
Ken,
Finally!
Oh, look at that.
Ken gets a second piece of hardware.
Nice.
The golden.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, nice. We got documentation.
All right,
Okay,
thank
yes.
you, thank you, thank you. Well, this is exciting. I did bring it home. I brought it home in 2017 and 2013, going way back,
Getting some years on that.
Yeah.
right? Well, all of them, right? The event.
Yeah.
A lot of memories and a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yes,
Excited.
indeed.
All right.
Close call. You guys
Yes,
outfished me
please.
on all those, as Rick already pointed out.
The ubiquitous Captain Harvey Award.
With new paraphernalia.
Smoking his big fatty right there.
Bring him in for a close-up on camera. I think this is worthy of a invitation. His pipe has been replaced with something new. Thanks to last year's winner, Jay.
Yeah. And Jay last year got this award for what was
Most
it?
oysters boated.
Most pounds of oysters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a booby award or a miscellaneous award. And this year it kind of is both.
Oh, miscellaneous boobies.
So I got with 5 corroded zippers. And I guess the good thing I could say is maybe you could spin a positive. I got a full straight limit in 1 yakking of reds, so I
Hello.
limited out. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one.
Yes.
To me,
Nice.
I'm gonna take Harvey home this year, just to commemorate the good and the bad.
Fantastic.
And there wasn't a lot of bad this year. There wasn't
No?
there weren't broken rods. There weren't tragedies or big financial losses of gear. We all pretty much caught. So to summarize, it was a year of some firsts. We actually got out in the boat and caught trout in the bay.
How about that? Chased birds successfully,
We
more or less.
yeah, got in the birds. That was kind of the first time, and a couple of keeper trout we are actually to yank from those schools.
Yeah.
We got live shrimp, used those, and seems like there was some other.
Ken's live shrimp bait well was used.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
The
Yeah, I was
red
excited
color.
about that, finally.
With the divider, live croaker on one
Yeah,
side, live
it
shrimp
actually
on the
worked
other.
quite well, I think, if I
Yeah.
do say so.
And then a couple of drifts where Jay caught 2 slot reds and I caught a 17-inch trout. That was a great morning.
Yeah.
The BTB, I already said that was a great one.
Circled Goat Island, ducked in some coves.
Yeah.
I caught a 29-inch that I regretted throwing away. That
That's
should have
right.
been meat haul. I should have tagged that 29-inch.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
wasted
should
meat.
have brought that in. Yeah, we could have had two more.
So you guys help me with presence of mind next time. That's the second time I have
And
inadvertently thrown
I've
away a
said it in
tag.
the past, we don't want to take home a tag because
Right.
we're not gonna
You can't eat the
We do this
tag.
once a year.
That's it. That's right. So,
Nonetheless, we were frustrated, I think, early in the trip by wondering where the heck are the slot reds, and we found some.
yep.
It was
Yeah.
piecemeal, but we put together some freezer meat, and everybody thinks gonna take some redfish home. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it was on the sand flat basically, right in Rollover Bay this morning, scratching out a limit and a couple others, Ken's too, on the sand flat right there in Rollover Bay.
Right.
So that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And so concludes our award ceremony. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Awards
Joel.
Commissioner.
Thank you all and good night.
That was a good trip. It was a good trip.
I thought you said the meat trophy wasn't close, but I thought it was neck and neck. Like I said, I didn't look at the numbers. That's no fun. I'd rather wait for the big reveal during the ceremony. But
Jay and I were pretty close,
yeah.
70, 80 inch
Okay.
range. But you're 227 inchers.
that blows it out.
Yeah, that's over 50 just on its
Boom.
own,
And then you had another 20 incher
and a handful of trout.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 or 3,
Alright.
like 3 trout you might have had.
I did. Yeah.
So there's
They weren't huge. I mean, none of them were huge, but
so
they were
there's
counted.
45 inches.
Right. So I'm already up to 100.
And so I got my 3 reds were like 60 inches, and your 2 reds were like 54 there.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of played that. And a
Right.
17-inch trout couldn't outpace your 45 inches of trout.
No.
You know.
Okay. All right.
So that's how that math worked.
I'm gonna get a Sharpie right now and put that on there because I will frickin' forget.
Tempted to walk to the pier just to see if anything's down under that
We should
line.
do that. That'd be fun.
Got a cool breeze.
So what was my total?
I was tempted also until about 30 minutes ago.
I think it was 120 inches.
A lot of evenings.
Thank goodness this didn't go home empty-handed again.
You had like 80 inches. How many, what'd you catch, Jay? You caught 2 slot reds
Early,
back
yeah.
in the deal.
That was just yesterday,
Yeah. A 15-inch trout? No.
50-inch trout today and a 15-inch trout. Wednesday?
Yeah, I don't think you brought home meat, you know?
No. It was not a meat haul.
So you had like
Sure,
70, I had like 80, and Ken had the 120 because of those 2 big reds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seventh year of awarding the trophies.
Yeah.
Rick, well done on the trophies.
Yeah,
Those are great.
those are holding up.
Oh, actually.
That little game fish one looks kind of like an antique. I don't know
I
where I
cleaned
got
it, I
that.
dusted it out really well before it came.
Wonder where I got that plaque.
Oh, it's generic wood plaque.
Is it router?
Yeah.
I must have bought it. For-
You can get those. Oh yeah, it's got, oh, hang on, I'll tell you. Retail crafts, $2.33. There's a SKU number on it, but it doesn't say the store.
It went all out.
Probably Hobby Lobby.
I would
Michael's,
guess,
Michael's or Hobby Lobby.
I would guess so.
This one's a 2x4, and I think I chopped it on my
Yeah.
chop saw to get the angle. I don't know what I
okay.
did. Right now,
It made it gold.
circular saw,
Mm-hmm,
PVC pipe with a cap,
mm-hmm.
and then
A failed pipe clamp with zip ties. We should at least spray the zip ties closed.
That's about
with the
right.
gold.
I don't know. That kind of reinforces the whole idea.
It totally does.
And I took the cap off to spray paint the cap because I wanted the silver spool to remain.
Here, we
It
should
says
have.
Blue Runner on it.
We should have had the handle out for formal occasions.
Oh yeah, doggone it.
It doesn't screw back
That's
in
for,
though.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
there we
gotta
go.
be on
Okay,
for this
it
one.
worked. There we go. Fun. All right. Spectacular. I'm excited.
Keep in mind, Captain Harvey Trophy has 2 more smoking devices taped to the base.
Well, it's kind of a tradition now that Harvey needs to come back with some new accoutrement next year, right?
Wow.
I mean, no pressure.
Strap on
But
dildo.
didn't Tim add the stingray at the bottom, or was it
Yeah,
somebody
Tim
else?
put a stingray.
Yeah, that's terrific.
He started with the pipe, which was like a clipped off piece of paper clip and a bead that they made bead necklaces out of. I spray painted it brown and glued it. I like that big little thing that you had on the top.
You fatty.
Yeah, so that's about how he did the pipe again.
All right, go again. We're attempting to capture the shrimp jumping around the cork when Jay pops it. Here we go. So we're at Commander's Retreat on the pier in Rollover Bay. There's a green fishing light. It's been running plugged in day and night for 3 days now.
Yeah, pan's been blown.
Yeah, this is all
What
exhibition.
happens if I had 3 redfish here?
Well, you have to get out the seal meal.
3 keeper reds would put you in the lead.
Theoretically.
Yeah. Hate to see that Sharpie come back out again.
That Sharpie has been written. That's permanent ink.
At night she is a true companion. They shuffle in, they hear the sun.
IMRAW is done, October 4th. The driving away. Ken's still at the house. He's going to tidy up a bit before he leaves. Jay left about 30 minutes ago. It is almost 9 o'clock and still beautiful weather. Hadn't been a cloud the entire duration and pretty much flat water. Even if there was some wind here and there, it was flat. And normally I'd be jealous of leaving flat surf looking like this morning, but not today. We had plenty of that everywhere. Great trip. Now comes kind of the blue feeling. It's all over. But ready to be home. Wish I could push a button and be home. Signing off. Till next year.
So it's hard to leave. The end of IMRAW2020. It's, gosh, probably past 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. You guys have already headed your respective directions, and I'm having trouble tearing myself away from a cool breeze on the back porch, watching the bay, peeking out at the surf, which is smooth enough for BTB yet again. What an outrageous series of days that we had with respect to the weather. I guess this is me signing off this year, something different than the usual highway scene. Rick was telling me I did some different stuff, and it occurs to me that a lot of our scenes are repeated year after year, but the whole trip is repeated year after year, and yet it's always unique and it's always special. It's great to be with you guys, to spend time together, to catch some fish. Once again, we're taking meat home, so that's exciting. We'll get to enjoy the fruit of our labors a little bit longer. No telling how much is croaker and how much is trout. It'll all be delicious. Looking forward to next year, whatever that holds. Hopefully it'll be as good as this year and as good as every other year. I have no doubt that we'll put something together, looking that far ahead. So from Rollover Bay, from Commander's Retreat, this is signing off for IMRAW 2020. Great trip, guys. Take care.